Hi, I'm Andy from Wheelspin Cycles, and today we have a UK exclusive first look at Elite's new Suito trainer. We're very honoured to have this. It's actually the only unit in the UK currently, so we've very kindly been lent it by the UK distributors. It's one of their sort of test models. I believe the only ones that are in sort of public hands currently are just with the kind of reviewers, magazines, online reviewers. So this is the first opportunity really of anybody in store to have a look at this. So as one of Elite's top independent dealers, they've agreed to lend us this, just do this quick video for you. This is going to be a really important trainer for this year, so I'm only going to do a quick presentation of it, but if you want a really in-depth review, people like DC Rainmaker on YouTube have got an excellent, more in-depth review, and I think even more techie review to come. So check that out if you want to see lots of numbers, figures, the usual DC Rainmaker kind of thing on that. I'd rather just focus in slightly on just the things that are everyday important to people really, and kind of why we do Elite as well. So we do deal with all major trainer brands, but we always prefer Elite, and certainly for mail order customers we particularly like Elite because of the quality. So if you do check out that DC Rainmaker review, there's a point that he makes in there which I've been saying to people for years, that some of the brands tend to innovate on the tech line. So they will, for instance, Tacx were very early into kind of interactive trainers, and they've got whizzy things that lift your bike and put it into different attitudes and angles for climbing and stuff like that. What Elite have always done really is concentrate on solid product. So our returns rate for Elite is incredibly low. So we want to sell a product that's very reliable for customers. So we're not interested in product coming back to us. We've been trading for over 35 years. We just like to sell really good, solid product that works really well for the customer. So that's really where Elite comes in. So you say always really solid, really good quality product. We sold an awful lot of Diretto trainers in the last couple of seasons. That reached a new benchmark in the quality that you got for the price point. The sort of accuracy of the power output on there was phenomenal, and still is market leading at its price point. With Suito, they've taken that kind of concept even further, so they're bringing even more of those features down to a lower price point. I'll show you the unit in more detail in a second. We'll get it out of the box. It's a really, really neat unit, and it comes complete. So the word Suito, actually I stuck into Google Translate just before doing this. So Italian to English on that, literal translation is immediately. Which sums up the packaging and delivery of this. So the reason they've called it that is that it's designed to come out of the box and work straight away. So there is no legs to fit on this, no parts to assemble at all. It even comes complete with an 11-speed Shimano cassette already fitted on the free hub body. So it's literally out of the box, unfold the legs as you would under when you're using it anytime, plug it in and you're ready to go. So really, really fast setup. It's also a very slim format, so storage is really easy. So obviously box this way looks like a big unit. To spin this round, what I actually find is it's then a really slim form factor even in the box. So if you're going to store it in the box all the time, it takes up minimal space. It's like a small suitcase really. I measured this earlier and it's actually just less than half the width of the box that a Diretto comes in, and that's a fairly compact trainer. Once it's out of the box, this really folds down to a much smaller format than even a Diretto folds down to. So compact, fast, easy setup, and amazing price point. So these are going to be coming at $649.99. It's going to be the UK RRP for it. And as I said, that includes a cassette. So you've got a 50 quid value in that 105 11-speed cassette there as well. So effectively it's making the trainer 600 quid, which is an incredible price point for the features that this packs in. So I'm going to get this out of the box now, and you can see the trainer in much more detail. And back with you in 1 second. Okay, so we've got this unit out of the box now. The first thing that strikes you with this really is the quality. So, as I said before, with Elite, the quality has always been excellent. Say we have really low returns with these, so always solid trainers. This is actually a full steel construction, so they're all steel side plates. Steel legs, whole kit and caboodle. They've not cheaped out on this at all. So really good quality feel. The next thing actually is the physical size. So it's incredibly slim. Once you take it out of the box, it actually, when you fold the legs in, it actually folds down basically to the axle width. So this has got like the 142mm adapters in there at the minute, and it's basically folding down to that width. There'll be a little bit sticking out this side, but that's a bit offset. So the actual total width is probably about that 142. Legs just fold in and out nice and easily. They're actually on locking pins at the side, so once they're folded out fully, which I can't do on here, it falls off, I tried it. So they fold out to a really wide, stable base. But once they're out there, there's a little locking pin that drops in that you have to release to fold it up. So if you're sprinting with this, it's not just going to fold up on you. Axle compatibility, it comes in the box with QR and fittings for like 135mm QR axle. It's also set up for 142x12 through axle, so that covers the vast majority of road bikes, whether they're rim brake or disc brake. Also obviously a number of mountain bikes, particularly at the 142 standard. There are adapters available if you have a bike with 148x12 like boost standard, so they're available separately. Comes with the 11-speed cassette, as I said before. So it's a Shimano cassette, but it doesn't matter if you're running Campag or SRAM. You can just drop your bike straight on there and that will work. The spacing's the same, so there's no issue with that at all. Obviously if you're running like 8, 9, 10 speed on there, then you would need to supply your own cassette. I'm sorry. But they are trying. Vast majority of people tend to find buying this kind of product play on 11 speed. It's been around for a long time now. Say any Shimano or SRAM spline cassette's going to fit onto there if you're running 8, 9 or 10 speed. If you're running Campag, unfortunately they are a different standard. However, there is a Campag adapter free of body available for that. That's separate. You can get the product codes on the website. The first that's come out recently as well is the new SRAM XD driver adapter for this. So if you are running a road bike with a 1x setup, for instance, with SRAM on there, then chances are you're on the XD driver. So they do now make the XD driver body for these. So again, that's a separate part you have to buy, and obviously supply your own cassette for that. But again, at least you can do it, which you can't do with many trainers out there at the minute. So that's available. They come with a Zwift trial in the box, which is a 30-day trial. So again, they're not cheaping out on this. There's a lot of trainers will come with a Zwift trial, but they maybe come in with like a 5-day, 7-day kind of free trial there. You get a full 30 days with this trainer. So there's a lot packed into it for $649.99. Front wheel riser block as well. So lift your front wheel up, same level as the rear trainer. So it's custom one for this trainer to lift it to the same level. So again, that's included. So there's absolutely nothing that you need to go out and buy with this. If you're running 11 speed, it literally is just get it out of the box, plug it in, get going, and that's it. So there is an awful lot of value packed into this. Even so, they've not just it out on your performance. So it's capable of simulating your powers up to 2,900 watts. And gradients up to 15%, I believe. That's plenty, for the vast majority of people. Particularly if you are using these as on an online platform like Zwift or something, like gradients wise, there's not really, I don't think there's anything on Zwift beyond 15%. Somebody might tell me otherwise, but I've not seen it. So it's really going to do the job for the way that the vast majority of people are using these trainers. If you do need more power, then yeah, go for a Duretto or a Drivo. Duretto is going to be as good as ever. I've heard on the grapevine there's going to be a new version of that this year. That trainer though is going to be closer to the £800 mark. That will be without a cassette. So that's putting this trainer at effectively a couple £100 cheaper when you consider that the cassette's £50 value. So puts this at £60. So great value package. Right, so I actually just had to interrupt the video slightly then because my Elite reps actually just come through the door. They sent us this unit this morning to have a look at. It's just come through the door and actually told me, yeah, this is the only one in the UK and it's actually got to go off to Cycling Weekly tomorrow, which he's a bit upset about. I wanted to go and show this to some more dealers. Suito certainly going to be the trainer to be on this year. So if you're looking for just a good value, really good quality product, it's going to do the job for you without really breaking the bank. I mean, $650 is quite a lot of money to spend on something, but we tend to find that with this style of trainer, people really get the value out of it because they use it. Quite simply, that's been the big change with interactive trainers like this. And like I say, this one's now bringing a lot of features down to a much lower price point than have ever been there before. There's nothing kind of new coming out from Tax this year. We're kind of well informed on. I believe there's possibly going to be a new Diretto in the pipeline this year, but that's going to be closer to the £800 mark plus a cassette. So say that, this is really going to be the value option to be on this year, and say feature packed, performance packed, and the sizing of it and portability is just phenomenal. So that about wraps it up for me on this. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to stick them in the comments below the video, or get in touch with us via email or telephone. You can get the details off the website at wheelspincycles.com. If the video has been useful to you, please hit the like button below or subscribe to the channel, or both ideally. Just helps me know that people are watching this, using it, and it's useful to people. So, yes, give up. This elite guy's taking a piss. I say thanks very much for watching, and say shout out for the next video. Thank you. All right.